John from JO Ventures Outdoors, and today I have a special video. This is really a video collaboration with another channel, and that other channel is Tom over at Knife Delights. And Tom has been such a great support to me since I started my YouTube channel, and I've just really appreciated his support. And he's done shout outs. He's also had it to be a requirement that people in a recent giveaway, they subscribe to my channel and also Wasted Beer Money. That was in commemoration of in memorial for his the death of his Uncle Ray. So I really appreciated that support here just recently. And then recently he actually saw some of my leather work in a video and asked if I would make a sheath for him for his Buck 116 caping knife. And there it is, Buck 116 USA. And I said sure, so he sent it over to me. And so I've made a sheath for him. Actually, I've made two of them. I'll tell you about both of them. But here is the sheath that I made for him. And it's a side draw or scalp carry sheath. And it's made out of pretty thick leather. Actually so thick that, I put the welt in the bottom of this and had to use a drill to drill these holes because it was so thick. But this is veg tan leather that I've dyed. I used a light brown leather dye for this, and then also finished it with leather finish. I've never used that before. It works out really great. It protects the leather after it's been dyed, and it also puts this nice sheen on this. And so I think it turned out really great. I put some custom stamping on both sides of this. And since it is a buck knife, I thought it needed a buck there on both sides. So you would carry this on your belt sideways, and I made a scalp carry sheath because I feel like that is just a convenient way to carry a fixed blade. And I thought, especially with this knife being fairly small, that would work out really great. And it's got great retention, and I think that's just fantastic. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I've got some issues with some of the stitching was a little bit crooked and that kind of thing, but it was really great practice for me, and I really appreciate Tom asking me to do this for him. And so I appreciate that. He sent it over in this buck sheath, which is very nice, but it just doesn't fit the knife. And so I thought I would do this for him, and I was really happy that he had asked me to do this. And so it's a pretty, it'll fit about an inch and a half belt, wide belt. And so I think this will work out really great for him, and I hope he enjoys this. That's actually my second attempt. This was my first attempt. As you can see, it did not work out too well. But it did give me a pattern. And this really helps you see the welt that I put in there, because you have to put a welt in there because the blade, the sharpened end of the blade, fits right into this area. You don't want it to cut the stitching, so you glue that in there and then sew right through it. You can see this has already been stamped. It was actually halfway sewn together before I decided that it was a lost cause and I needed to start over. So no big deal. That's part of the patience of doing the leather work. You have to have a lot of patience. You have to just be careful and take your time, and sometimes it doesn't work and you have to start over, and that's okay. But I got going too, and I thought it would be nice for him to have a second sheath, something a little slimmer maybe. And I had some thinner leather. This is 3 to 4 ounce leather. And so I made him a vertical sheath. And so the knife fits right in there like this, and buttons, and holds vertical. This is a little more rustic, as you can see. The stitching's maybe not as clean, but it's been treated the same way as the other sheath as far as the dye and the finish. And I think it turned out pretty good. It's got a welt in it too, down in the bottom. It's just thinner, but I thought this would be more of a lightweight carry for him to use, and maybe for a different occasion, if he just feels like carrying this vertically on his belt. And it's got a little wider belt loop, so if he's wearing a wider belt, this will work out better. I believe Tom has a short video on this knife, just saying that he's added it to his collection. I did not see a full review yet, but I'm sure that's coming at some point. And so be looking for that on his channel, Knife Delights, and then he also has another channel, History Delights, so which really talks about some really great historical information. And they're both great channels. Tom has been a great friend here on YouTube, and I've appreciated his support. So all the best to you, Tom. I'll be sending these to you very soon, and thank you all for watching.